Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another edition of the Soda Jerk. I'm your host, Jimbo. Today we're actually going to be doing one of my favorite sodas, one of my very favorite sodas, and definitely one of my favorite root beers. Today we've got Stewart's Original Fountain Classics root beer. These guys have been around for quite a long time, as it says right here on the bottle, since 1924. And as far as what I can say about the bottle, the first thing I noticed was when you compare it to a traditional root beer bottle, which is a little bit taller and a little bit skinnier, it's a pretty noticeable difference there. This guy's kind of short and fat. But don't let the size fool you here, folks. These are both 12-ounce bottles. As far as what I can say about the root beer, I recently rediscovered these guys pretty close to a year ago when I first started getting kind of back into root beer. And I just found them at my local grocery store, and I was like, oh, I remember that. You know, let me give that a try. And I'd never had it in a bottle, and let me tell you, it makes a really huge difference. These guys used aged vanilla and all kinds of, you know, specialty stuff in their mixture that really mellows out the flavor. This is caffeine free, like most root beers are. Again, the only one I've ever seen that has caffeine is Barks, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not what I would call a craft root beer. But the bottle itself is really cool. It's kind of embossed. You know, it's got the Stewart's logo on the front and the back, and the kind of orange, and it's got the big old school root beer mug right there in the front, which is really cool. And it's just kind of a nostalgic looking bottle, you know, kind of short and fat, and as opposed to the long, skinny kind of beer bottle style that is the status quo today. But let's go ahead and crack this sucker open, and we'll see how she tastes. Huh? Cheers. Oh, man. The first thing that hits you with this guy after the initial jolt is the vanilla. I mean, this is such a rich, creamy vanilla flavor. Like I said, they used aged vanilla in their mixture. I'm going to read you the ingredients here. Carbonated water, of course, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, natural and artificial flavor. Let's see, yada yada yada. Citric acid, quality extract, gum, acacia, yucca extract. And then it mentions that they use aged vanilla, which again, A&W uses aged vanilla. There's actually a lot of root beers out there that use that, but of all the root beers I've tasted, this one in particular, you definitely get the very strong, almost vanilla ice creamish kind of taste to it, which is really mellow and really subtle, and it's just really, really awesome. I mean, it just kind of hits the nail on the head for what a really good root beer should taste like. Oh man, that's so good. That's just, this is not my, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is not my favorite root beer, you know, if I just had to pick one. I haven't done that on camera for you guys, but I will be doing that pretty soon. But this, I would definitely put in my top 3 of all my favorite root beers that I've ever had. This is just a really cool, laid-back, mellow vanilla taste that washes over well. And since it's got that vanilla taste, I have absolutely no doubt that it would marry well with some vanilla ice cream if you want to use it to make a root beer float. This would be one of the ones at the top of my list. So I may have to try that sometime. Maybe we'll do a root beer float episode of the Soda Jerk, so please stay tuned for that. But excuse me, I want to go ahead and thank everyone so much for watching. Appreciate everyone's time, and if you guys are into stuff like this, you know, if you're getting into the craft beverage kind of thing, all I gotta tell you is go ahead and use Google, because that's really where I found out about a lot of this stuff. You can order these things on the internet. I haven't had to order this yet because you can get this at my local grocery stores, but some of the bottles or some of the sodas rather that I'll be reviewing in upcoming episodes, I've had to order. So, you know, if this is something that you're interested in, guys, get out there and use Google, and you'll definitely find a website that can accommodate this particular thing. You can see, sorry about that, my cat's kind of hanging down in the back. She's a little bit curious. And by the way, guys, this is actually still my kitchen. I know it looks a little bit different. The cabinets are different, countertops are different. They recently redid all the kitchens here at my apartment complex, so it's a little less crappy on the eyes, I guess is the straight up way of putting it. But again, thanks everyone so much for watching, and as always, cheers.